Hello, good morning, students. How are you? I hope you all are fine and staying at home to keep you away from COVID 19. Let us start a new chapter that is agriculture. In this chapter, we will study about the types of agriculture, the factors affecting the agriculture, and role of agriculture in our life and economy of our country. So let us start. Agriculture. So what is agriculture? Agriculture is the art and science of cultivating the soil. Cultivating means using the soil, growing crops and raising livestock. So whether we are using that soil to grow crops or rearing cattle or any kind of animals we have. So all that activity come in agriculture. It includes the preparation of plant and animal products for people to use and their distribution to markets. Agriculture provides most of the world's food and fabrics. Cotton, wool and leather are all agricultural products. Agriculture also provide wood for construction and paper products. These products, as well as the agricultural methods used, may vary from part of the world to another, one part to another part. Of course, as the climate, the relief, the population of different places vary, the agriculture method also will vary. Importance of agriculture. So here, see students, number of points are given. These points will explain how that agriculture is important in our life and in our economy. First one is source of livelihood. So agriculture provided source of livelihood. Livelihood is that kind of work which is done to run our to fulfill our daily needs. So that may be farming or any kind of employment activity. So that way the people engaged in agriculture get their livelihood from the agriculture. Contribution to the national revenue. So it contributes in GDP of the country, national earning of the country, supply of food as well as fodder. Agriculture provide us food and fodder for animals. Significance to the international trade. It is also very important for international trade as we get different goods for export to other countries from agriculture. Marketable surplus. So whatever things of agricultural products are sold in the market that come from agriculture, and of course that is surplus, means the farmer has surplus. The farmers who are engaged in agricultural activity, if they are having surplus, so that is reaching to the market, whether it is for the domestic market or the international market. Source of raw material. Agriculture provides source of raw materials for industries. Significance in transport. The transport facility is developing, flourishing because of development of agriculture. If agriculture practice will not increase, agriculture will not develop, agricultural production will not increase, then the transport facilities will get less opportunity. So of course there is a use, or you can say important role of agriculture in developing the transport facility. Foreign exchange resources. From this agriculture or the surplus agricultural production which we get, by exporting this we get foreign exchange. Foreign exchange is that earning of foreign currencies by export of agricultural goods, and that foreign currency is useful for purchasing the required goods from other countries which are not produced in our country. Great employment opportunities are provided by this agriculture. In our country, even more than 70 years past, but more than 50% people are engaged in agriculture even today. So see the importance of this agriculture. As the country develop, any country develops, the people shift from agriculture to the secondary and tertiary sector activities, service sector activities, industrial activities. But even today in our country, more than 50% people are getting employment opportunity in this agriculture. So this way you can understand the role of this agriculture in providing employment opportunities. Economic development. So of course, as these facilities are increasing, this agriculture is responsible for economic development. It support the industries. It support the employment opportunity. It support the transport facilities development. So that way it is helpful for the economic development. Food security. Without agriculture, we cannot imagine about this food security. So, food security means availability of food grains for all the time. So, this food security is only because of agriculture. Let us discuss about the factors affecting agriculture. So see here, two types of factors are there which affect agriculture, that are physical or natural. Geographical factors, economic factors. These economic factors can be the human factors also or social factor also included in this. Social and economic factor. Let us discuss first about the social and economic factors. These include size of land holding, labor, capital, technology, markets, and the government. That government means political approach of the government, political condition of the government. Now, labor. In low economically developed countries such as India and Java, farmers use abundant cheap labor instead of machines. The developing countries use more cheap labor as the laborers are easily available at cheap rate. As the economic condition is not very good, so machines look very costly in these countries, so that cheaper laborers are used. In Japan and UK, where the labor is expensive, as their economic condition is very good, so their labor look expensive. They use machines, so they replace the laborers by machines. People working on farm may be unskilled. Laborers are skilled and able to use machines. As people working on farms may be unskilled laborers or skilled laborers who are able to use machine. So if they are unskilled, their productivity will of course be lower than skilled laborers. So this way the labor is affecting the agricultural production. Capital, finance, money related materials. So the capital, the money the farmer has to invest in the farm can be used to increase the amount of inputs into the farm. Example, machinery, fences that wire around the field, seeds, fertilizers, renewing buildings. That renewing building are that new storage facility for the inputs and outputs. If a farmer can afford to invest capital, so whatever these capitals required by the agriculture, if the farmer invest, yield will rise, production will increase, and can create greater profits, which can be used for more investment. So once the farmer is able to do this capital investment, the production will increase, and in future the investment can be increased more and more year and after year. Technology. Machines and irrigations are two types of technology that can increase yields production. Greenhouses with computer control technology provide ideal conditions for high quality crops. The computer controls the temperature, moisture level, and amount of feed for the plants. The genetic engineering has allowed new plants to be bred that resist drought and disease and give higher yields. So this way you can see how the technology is playing important role in solving the problems of plant growth, fighting with the climatic adverse conditions, and this way through technology we are able to grow the crops in all the climatic conditions or in adverse climatic condition, and this is the main role of technology in the modern period. Market. So farmers grow crops which are in demand. Just like other producers, the farmers are also producing the goods which are in demand and change to meet new demands. The farmers are required to change their production as or if demand change. Rubber plantation example, rubber plantation farmer in Malaysia have switched to oil palm as the demand for rubber has fallen. So market vary throughout the year and farmers change their production to suit them. So as market needs are changing throughout the year, farmers also tries to change their production as per the demand changing in the markets. So this way market is affecting the production of agriculture. Government. Governments influence the crops farmer grow through regulations. Means making policies, implementing those policies, subsidies, providing relaxation in the price of different inputs of agriculture like s- fertilizer at lower price, seeds at lower price, irrigation facilities at cheap rate. All these comes through subsidies. Subsidies means government try to reduce the price by affording the part of cost of production himself. And quotas. Quotas are the part of production means quantity of goods fixed by the government to be imported or exported, and through this government try to control the supply of goods in the country inside the country. So government offer advice, training and finance to farmer, and in new farming areas may build the infrastructure of roads and drainage. Example is Amazonia in Amazon areas. In some countries, example Kenya and Malaysia, the government is trying to help nomadic farmers to settle in one place. Means the nomadic farmer who were raising grains, doing agriculture through shifting farming. The government provided the facility to settle at one place so that they can continue agriculture production by being at one place. Some government plans and fund land reclamation and improvement schemes. Government try to provide the fund. Government try to consolidate the land of the farmer, the patches of land distributed at different places. Government try to collect at one place so that the farmer can have a big plot of land and can apply the modern farming on that big part of land. So this way government plays important role in agricultural production. Now, physical or geographical factor. This physical or geographical factor includes climate. Climate is related to the temperature, rainfall, humidity mainly. And soil is type of soil, the different type of soil found in the region, fertility of the soil, and the relief, the plain, the plateaus, or the slope of land. The climate, the temperature minimum 6 degree for crops to grow, and rainfall at least 25 centimeter to 50 centimeter influence the type of crop that can be grown. Example: hot, wet tropical areas favor rice, as rice required more amount of water and high temperature during the growth period. So that way, wet tropical areas are suiting this rice crop, while the cooler and drier areas favor wheat. This is example. Likewise, number of crops you'll see that favor the different type of climatic or the weather conditions. The length of the growing season. The length of the growing season also influence the crop grown in that area. The wheat needs 90 days. So this is grown in longer growing season wherever the available. Some rice growing areas have 2 or 3 crops per year. As you know that rice is a short growing season crop. So wherever the tropical areas with hot and wet climatic condition available, that region this rice is grown more than 2 times in a year, like in our country coastal areas growing east and western coastal areas are mainly the western coastal areas in our country growing more than 2 times the rice crops in a year. Now relief. Relief is related to type of land. The lowlands such as floodplains are good for crops. Steep slopes hinder machinery and have thinner soils. Lower, more gentle slopes are less prone to soil erosion, as the lowlands, which are floodplains, where every year the soil is renewed, are good for crops. These steep slopes hinder machinery due to high slope that machines are not able to be applied, and that way that areas agriculture is very difficult, and that areas are having thinner soil too, and due to this thinner soil the crop production is not good in that region. Tea and coffee prefer the well drained soil on hill slopes, as the tea and coffee are having this property that they cannot survive in the place where water stagnation continue. So that way well drained water is also required, means they need good supply of water, but the water stagnation not required. So that way slopes are preferred for their production. They are growing well in these hilly slopes. Temperature decreased by 6.5 degrees Celsius for every 1000 meters gain in height. So as much higher altitude of the place will be there, that much lower temperature will be observed, and that way the type of crops grown in the region will vary. South facing slopes receive more sunlight. So the slopes of the hills which are facing southward, they receive more sunlight, and there better growth of plant and vegetation is seen. So if that area lying on that part, southern facing part of the slope, that area agriculture may be better than the northern facing slopes. Like in Himalayan mountain region, if you will see, the growth of vegetation toward India is better than the toward China. So this way, as the toward India means the south facing slope of Himalayan mountain. Soil is mainly related to the fertility. So fertility is the most important in the soil. Poor soil means lower output and larger input of fertilizer. So as much this problem will exist, means lower fertility, more input of fertilizer. So that will increase the cost of production in that type of soil. Floodplains are good for rice because of the alluvial soil. So as your example you can see that alluvial soil with good water holding capacity and fertile soil is supporting good growth of rice. Good drainage reduces the danger of water logging. So if better drainage facility is there, better drainage pattern is developed in the region, so water logging will not exist in the high rain conditions. When the rainfall occur more than usual, so flood comes. If the drainage pattern is well managed, well developed in that region, So water logging condition is not existing. So this is also improving the quality of soil. So this much about the today's topics. So we will discuss other topics in our next module. Thank you. Have a nice day, students. Be safe, be at home, and be happy. Keep revising the chapters, the topics we discussed. Thank you. Have a nice day.